Arcstar, and that's coming to play here too with so many squads still bunkered down inside of these buildings. Then on the other side, FaZe, yes, they are the squad that have been holding onto the rooftop, the best position you could hold for a circle like this before they inevitably have to drop down. But that's with 4 other teams, 5 squads rather, that have to funnel their way outside of these buildings into DANISH's line of sight. You mentioned it before, Gino. DANISH winning that north side is absolutely huge after they took out OP, because now there's less squads to try to contest them other than FaZe who have to drop down.
Yeah, and there we go. As expected, FaZe did manage to get up onto the purples just by poking away. But as you can see, there's not a lot of attachments. There's not a huge amount of ammo left because your options on resupplying, unless a team basically pulls up and ints you, it's very hard to resupply when you're up there on the top. They do manage to pull up onto this care package, though, so maybe that'll be of some help to them.
We absolutely take those here too. Play it off with some cover here because they know that there's a team right next to them. Cybercats on the other side. Mezuko too, sending out the spikes from the catalyst. But while they coexist, the Gibby ult has been called down. It's raining from above. FaZe do not get in that line of sight and now have the opportunity to close in the gap here. Stay healthy. They get eliminated. Our last 4 squads left while DANISH still goes uncontested on this north side.
All right, FaZe have moved from one high ground to another. Is this enough for them to pressure the teams below them? Or do DANISH, considering the fact that they're so split from all of the other teams and out of all of this chaos, do they have the better position?
This is so crazy here looking at DANISH, but FaZe Clan only down to 1. It looks like cybercats with Cleave and the Gibby bubble allows them to reset. Ranches, is it gonna be able to pop the medkit here? Lonzy, the only one healthy. They got the knock originally. They got 2 on the other side, but they have to watch on the other side of this catwall too. They're trying to get the reset here, trying to get all the KP that they need, because cybercats is one of the teams that need to get first place today if they want a shot at making it into Split 2 playoffs.
Well, it's a big start for them. Cutting off the other teams and being able to take the isolated fight there with the Gibby bubble was huge for their chances, but now it's getting even harder. DANISH looking better and better.
FaZe is still alive in this circle. Look at Arctic, who swipes down and swings on Young Hong Kong. Arctic is still alive. He's playing off the low ground, the last one alive. They drop down on him and he cannot clutch it. Cybercats, when all the odds were against them, they start off strong, taking game number 1 on Storm Point.
Get down there in the right spot. We saw cybercats kind of do it over there in pylon and map number 1. Can they recreate it?
Yeah, I mean, I can evac tower is probably the only way you could even possibly think about challenging them up there, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Alliance is just gonna have to try and, you know, cut off as many angles as they can. They need to be very judicious with their smokes, and as you can see, they pop both of them straight away, trying to go for the market roof. Oh, they just make it. That zipline Zen perk coming in so handy.
In effect, takes angle straight onto Max, gets the full as well. So even more eliminations for this roster and just challenging PassionUA. They didn't need their rooftop. They'll just take the neighboring one. And now playing up just above Trojan, who are going to try and come out at the right time. You can see they don't have a lot of space on that low ground and not a lot of cover for Alliance. So PassionUA is definitely going to be hitting them hard with a little bit of punishment for taking out their IGL. Unlucky. We saw a clutch once, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that here. 1 HP and a dream, and I hear the shields cracking. Can we keep it alive?
Literally just trying to pop some shield cells to stay alive to this rolling thunder. He pops down. He's the only one still left alive on his team. Oh my god, there's no way he can do this, right?
Oh, but AURORA with Kazakh on the lifeline trying to make
Hold up.
Do we see a clutch here, Gino? Do we?
Do we see it for yet another time? The knuckle cluster's popping up. Oh my god, he actually wins it.
One-shot Slayers is right there with the backup, and the gold knuckle Ranches is right here to follow up.
Oh, he takes a little bit of damage from the zone. Is it going to be enough? Does it determine it? Ranches, he's already clutched 1. This surely is cybercats who clean up Exo Clan. It is 4 squads left. That was no problem at all. And Exo losing Case Swinney, going down in that 1v1 might have been the difference in not being able to reset fast enough. It is ANC Outplayed, GoNext Esports, who we talked about, pulled back out of the fray and have just sat and waited for the lobby to come to them, as well as Agenthi and Mizuko on the opposite side, representing Stay Healthy.
Man, cybercats are actually facing. They had a bow check. The Devo right here looking at Alonzi. Cybercats looking to replicate the success that we saw on Storm Point, now on World's Edge. After a huge first game here, Ranches with a beautiful angle, beautiful shots on the Hemlock. No follows just yet. Didn't want to overextend here, but they have amazing angles because on the other side, like you mentioned, Rainday, is Stay Healthy, waiting for them uncontested on the east side of the circle.
Stays alive as well. That is huge. Just the impact of Cleave. Ranches, Cleave, Maliwan, the original Aurora. They're so good at bringing in compositions that are different. We talked about, well, what happens when everyone's doing something different? They're bringing in the Fuse. They're doing something odd. Well, then they decide, well, let's bring in the Maggie. Cleave as well, supporting, while Elonzi with the Devotion and the Bocheck, and Ranches with the Hemlock find so much efficacy. They've already won one game. Can they do it again?
With 3 squads left here are Cybercats. We got Outplayed, Stay Healthy here, and Cybercats are going to be playing off the low ground, but it looks like right now Stay Healthy wants to fully engage on OP. They see them torn apart. There is 2 knocks on the other side, and Stay Healthy now looking like chameleons have to make sure that Cybercats do not sneak up on the other side.
Stay Healthy, fighting ANC Outplayed. This just means Cybercats are gonna creep in and crawl and look to strike when they can. 118, Cleave, does he find enough? He will! He'll cleave through the lobby, and they will take game number 1 here on Storm Point to put themselves well in the lead after 3.
Going to make it out on that rotate. Mosin trying to get on out. FaZe challenging Aurora for the high ground. You knew this one was going to come through, and Kazakh, they've been evicted.
They have pushed them off. That was the evac jump up play there from FaZe Clan. The one weakness of Aurora's game plan is that they were very split. So a concerted 3-man effort there from FaZe Clan is enough to take that spot away from them.
I told you, my friend. Tom over there writes a lot of really great articles, had decided it was going to be FaZe in 6 or 7. And now sitting with 6 eliminations and a top 3 position with 36 points. They are inching closer towards that 50-point threshold. They have this power position that they stole from Aurora. They've got fences down. So you have GoNext on the opposing rocks and Aurora playing from the train cart. Now the biggest threat here is who is going to send who first.
Yeah, and with where the final circle finishes, it's actually a little bit closer to GoNext and Aurora, but FaZe have a little bit more cover on their rock. So honestly, very hard one to call in terms of, you know, sort of who's going to lose that cover first. But as you say, it's a crucial part of this last fight. You know, which ultimates are available is often the most important part of these final fights. We don't have all of that information, but as the teams start pulling in here, FaZe Clan are going to get aggro first.
What? Kashera down. Slab makes the trade. Arctic with the PK trying to stuff him straight in the face. But this is going to full send Aurora. They're going to make a play. You know they've got the movement on their side. And here we go. G7 scout from the top. This should be an easy cleanup for them. And they take it. Aurora get that match for the last one on World's Edge for now.
Saves a life right there.
It does, and Na'Vi has moved themselves on top of Alliance and Impulse. Oirein down to a duo. There goes Impulse, and they're going to keep on trying to hit this res if they can, and no one pushes them. But Alliance with 6 points, keeping them away from that match point. Now 47, 3 away. Aurora has fallen. Alliance could clutch up and hit match point this game.
Very interesting. Obviously going to have 50% less damage from explosives as well. That could be a big difference. Trying to bait out the zip.
Oh.
See what they do. Can they get a poke? Who's going to make this play, though? Is it maybe Hockey's to swing up? There's a smoke now. All Alliance need to do is win. They do not really need to worry about anything, any kills here, but Exo Clan, they need it just as badly. A team that's currently sitting around that kind of 8th position has to have a performance to secure land. To go to Germany, it would be terrible if Case Winnie was not able to go back. One of our longest standing pro players in EMEA. Alliance, they lose another one, and Tiff, it's just balancing on a knife's edge here with 3 squads left.
We're focusing on the res here for effect. Futa down from Exo Clan with Na'Vi from the high ground. They're able to put so much pressure on not only Alliance, but Exo Clan. They're poised to potentially win this. And if they can stop Alliance from hitting 50 points, this would be so tragic. Once again, trying to stick that res, but Exo Clan, they're making their move now.
Wow, and that's it. They're not going to do it. Unbelievable. Exo Clan stop Alliance from hitting match point. And it is just Exo and Na'Vi in a 3v3 to try to find the win. Natus Vincere, can they clutch it up? It's Matafe. He's been trying to do it, and now at this point he's got to make some type of gamble. Does he try to heal this off? Does he have a med kit in tow? I'm not sure he does. And so we might just have to go down and make a play or hope that the circle closes in on them. It's not going to be a difference, Tiff. This certainly will be a heal off. And will Matafe and Na'Vi win? They will!
What? What?
What?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Again.
Circle is closing in right behind them.
Yeah, they won't be able to sit up there for too long once the next circle begins to close. And as we saw, Taskmaster back up, notably. And yeah, look, as we saw just before, Knuckle Class is definitely going to wreak havoc there. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Vicky. You know, you might have 4 Arc Stars in the backpack, which is not too bad, but he can save those and just keep the pressure up with the tactical, which of course does not ever run out.
Beautiful. It's like Christmas out here. Christmas coming early in the summertime. Now with Alliance being on this height, they got 2 resets, all right? They got Hockey's back the first time. Then we see the double res coming in from Alliance. Uncontested is insane here, and they still have all the loot to work with too, despite that. So now playing off this rooftop, knowing that GoNext are right below them. You know, Kashira is zooming around with that crypto drone to get information on where DMS's spot is. But once the circle closes in the next 10 seconds, this is where Alliance is going to be able to shine as DMS may in on GoNext.
They move early, and unlucky he hasn't even realized that. The scope is still on the catwalk, but DMS are already somewhere within this building. Hard to see on the map view where exactly that is. I presume they're in the building and not underneath in the sewers. Yeah, okay, so they've gone for first level. Alliance trying to block off some entrances with the Trident. Love that. And GoNext have actually made their move to try and set up a better cross angle and position looking at Alliance and DMS.
This is big for GoNext, standing at 42 points in total. Kai has 3 KP slab with 2 at the moment, and they're looking to get this dub, get closer here to match point. Alliance, you already know, have hit match point, and trying to get extra points on top of this. Even if they win this game, it doesn't matter. We still go on to another game. Kashira loses on his shield, but the gen right next to them is going to allow them to just wait patiently for these 2 squads to engage.
They've moved closer to where this circle will finish than the other 2 teams. That's what GoNext is banking on here. But as you can see, they don't have a lot of cover to play behind. And once Alliance realizes this, EMP going out. It's just such a small amount of cover. They all have to sit in the same place. A well-placed, gas grenade from the caustic here could completely ruin their day. It all depends on that Watson generator.
They definitely are holding on to that one here, too. Nicely placed mother load as well as they drop down. They still have the balcony to work with here. Can we make some plays off the zip line before dropping down? They're going to take their time. Do you not want to find themselves pinched in between DMS and GoNext on the other side?
All right, they're going to have to drop Alliance. They go on top of DMS here. All 3 teams now getting into it at the same time. Who's going to come out on top?
Oh, they get the double knock. They let DMS take the dub. That was a huge play, though, from Alliance. They know that it doesn't matter. Even if they won, they were sitting at match point, allowing DMS to win. Stay healthy. They have cleared out the bottom end of the bridge. Look at the plethoras of Watson fences that are just circling around them. Aurora are looking directly at them currently, with Na'Vi being right behind them. Tiff, it may end here. Na'Vi and Alliance, the last two match point teams that could take this win and end it for regional finals, are now facing off in the last 4 squads left.
Look, there's a 50% chance that it ends here with 2 of the teams on match point right now. Na'Vi on the low ground, Alliance controlling the height. If Alliance pops down at the wrong space, Stay Healthy would have free shots towards them on that rotation, but Na'Vi was not able to rip Aurora out of the inside of the building. Kinda though, does get the mother load off of cooldown. We're focusing on healing, but this is gonna get drawn out, and we've got to move from here towards the bridge.
With the placement, Aurora also find themselves at 50 points here, so the number keeps climbing up here, Tiff. Aurora, FaZe, both teams have now officially hit match point, with Na'Vi sharing this rooftop. Can they stay alive with Alliance having the positional advantage?
As much as I want another one, Vicky, it might end here. Alliance have dropped down. They're whittling away at the fences. You've already got one down. Stay Healthy eliminated. The only team that can change their fate here is Aurora.
To see how they try to play this, they know that there's 2 teams in this building. They already called in the Cyril, and Alliance aren't even stepping a toe inside that exhibit. Waiting for the Bangalore ult here too. Motherload also not online, which is going to be huge. He had the evac tower. Now they have to slide down in the line of sight of Aurora.
Okay, Na'Vi down off the building. Now Alliance, if Na'Vi and Alliance fight here, then Aurora thirds parties. This could be totally different, kinda. He's getting annihilated. You see Matafe go down first. Henchman to follow, kinda. What are you gonna do here? Alliance is weak. Effect is down. Unlucky gets a well-needed shield swap. But when you have 1 each, it's Aurora. They change their fate. They hit match point, and we go again.
Very, very important here. Okay, the Cats, have they managed to repel FA Kids? They still seem to be locked into a battle with each other.
And they really don't want to fight right now. Cats just want to fight at the very end as the rest of the lobby is collapsing. Arctic still alive for now, but you can see the Fools come in, and Falcon jumps down to try and finish it out, but Arctic with 5 HP stays alive. We do have our banners, but do we get another reset? We have 4 squads left, 2 teams on match point, and Alonzi down, Cleve is down, Ranches is going to be last standing, and we are just full sending with the grapple across the fence line.
I don't know if we're ending here. Feels like a game 9 to me, Tiff. Arctic, he does actually find another Moby. Obviously, they used one already, but apparently teams just want to keep donating death boxes to FaZe, and we've got a second mobile respawn beacon. Surely they don't let him get this off.
There's no way Kashera's team is going to allow this regain again. It's just not going to happen. Slab's making the callouts. We're looking for the angles, and that Hemlock's gonna rip him out. But
Cybercats are gone.
Cybercats.
They do go next in this great position up top. 1 bullet left in the Kraber, trying to focus down this evac tower. They do destroy it. That's important. They don't want teams from the low ground to be able to decide to come up and contest against them. GoNext have found match point now, but obviously it doesn't come into play until next game. They actually got it.
FaZe gets another free reset. This is not real. This is not real. And you know FA Kids are going to send the position that GoNext is on.
This is crazy. I mean, if FaZe come out of this with... How many respawns have they had this series in total, honestly? This is just getting ridiculous by this point.
It really is, but here comes FaZe from the low ground. We're waltzing right up into it. Nags, Cinetic, but just like that, Cinetic's getting ripped down. Arctic and Nags trying to hold on, but Arctic, what are you gonna do? We have 20 HP, Nags down, Arctic last standing for this roster, and GoNext, they take map number 8.
Other teams, 4 teams still alive, and all of them vying for the #1 place.
This is such a tough spot to even rotate from. If you're NIP, you have everybody looking at you. GoNext is over to your side. Zane's about to be met with a little surprise. Na'Vi on the other side here too, but they have Amphi being on this here, giving them the information that they need with the heartbeat sensor. You smoke out the high ground here for FaZe, who were looking at them originally, but do you take the zip? Do you try to commit? Oh, Na'Vi is trying to commit onto FaZe on the high ground? Are you kidding me?
This is so good for NIP. They just get to take over the building. All of a sudden, they've had a lot of space cleared for them by that move. Na'Vi are locked into this now with NIP trying to get the shots through the building. Just want to hit that one pixel on the foot.
Wow, the moving from the building in this case. Right early on, as Exo Clan now moved into NIP, have a squad coming up from right behind him. Exo in the line of sight, though, of NIP. FaZe get the follow-up here, too, as they still hold on to the high ground. Na'Vi with that move. They go down here, possibly. GoNext. Exo meet their demise, and NIP is still alive.
They're going for the res. This is desperate. They need it with the other person full killed. FaZe trying to get the information out there with focus of attention. They hit that. So many ultimates going down right now. FaZe Clan, they're on top and they're in control. They even get the opening onto Na'Vi.
Oh, they try to get the follow-up here too, but Synthetic does not want to overextend. He holds onto the height. FaZe Clan now. Arctic drops down. He sees the fighting happening right in front of him. Na'Vi fully send it onto NIP. This is FaZe to third party as Na'Vi is eliminated.
They're fully up. They've got all 3 members. FaZe Clan win the